Hi everyone, I am Brittany, the Cosmic Lunar Soul. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome back to all of my subscribers. Today we are going to be talking about a Kickstarter that you only have 7 days left to back, and that is Wisdom of Pooh Tarot. This is by Serefina Mesa, and she is the one who did the Earth, Moon, and Shadow Oracle. That made it to my top Oracle list for 2022. So if you are really into Pooh, or if you saw my other video and you just really enjoyed her other deck, this is the video for you. All right, let's get into it. So this is actually a unique video for me. I've never done a Kickstarter video, so bear with me, but let's just go over, just the basics. We'll talk about the Kickstarter, we'll talk about some of the options in the Kickstarter, and then I will show you some of the art prints that she sent me, so you'll be getting a sneak peek of what the art prints look like. In person. All right, that's enough of that. Let's go ahead and look at the Kickstarter. All right, guys, here is the Kickstarter. This was funded in 7 minutes, guys. So, I mean, this is just that I was so shocked. I was so shocked, but I don't know why I was, because everybody loves Winnie the Pooh. So here you can see the Kickstarter here. I'll make sure to have everything linked in the description. I'll also have everything, all of Serefina's socials listed in the description, and we can, get into all of that. So she has a few updates, but let's talk about the pledges first. So over here, you can show your support with just a pledge. We have the Pooh plush. We have for $38. We have the actual mini tin. So there's a mini deck and it comes in a tin, and that is $44. And we have the single deck for $75. And then you can get the standard deck and the mini deck for $114. So then after that, you kind of get into the really ritzy stuff. You get into the box set. If you want to buy in bulk, like if you and your friends want to split it, you have that option of 5 decks, 10 decks, 20 decks. Now we're kind of starting to get into if you have a business and you want to resell them, right? Unfortunately, we missed the early bird special, but that is okay. And this is estimated delivery for October of 2023. That's about the time that I got my Earth, Moon, and Shadow Tarot, actually, of last year, right? Maybe it was earlier. Maybe it was like September. Anyway, let's go into what we have extra. So we have this cool setup here. We have the artwork that was unlocked at 25K. We have a nice upgraded magnetic box. I really love magnetic swing top boxes. So that's a really good deal. And then the Kickstarter exclusive. So this is where you start to get into, if you've Kickstarted the deck, these are the things that you're going to get. Most likely you won't get them if you purchase them after the fact. You have 4 bonus cards. I feel like I talk about this a lot in my tarot flip throughs, but I really enjoy when an artist throws in bonus cards. It really just kind of gives it a little bit of zhuzh, it kind of throws more of the artist into it. And then this is actually my favorite type of foiling. It's a matte gold edging, and then there's foil detail on the back. The matte gold edging, if you saw my video, my Wandering Spirits tarot deck, I'll put it in the cards. If you saw that, that's the edging that I'm talking about. That's what I believe this to be, and it lasts way longer than the high shine foiling, and it takes to like a rougher hand a little better, so it lasts longer is basically what I'm saying. And then divination coins, which I love that people are getting more and more into now. So we have another stretch goal that was added. This is the Wisdom of Pooh bullet journal and stickers. Who doesn't love stickers, right? So this just goes into a little bit of the background about the deck, and you guys can go through and read through all of that, but it gives all the stats on the standard tarot deck. Oh, and just so you know, because I do know people are very curious about the cards, cardstock. It's on 350 GSM linen cardstock. I've actually never had a linen deck. So I'm trying to think. Yeah, I've never had a linen deck. So this will be very interesting. I know there's like qualities of linen, but I feel like, you know, if this is anything like her previous work, it'll be a lovely linen. And then we get into the status of the cards here. So the suits are more or less the same, except Honeypots is renamed for Cups. And then Pentacles is specifically Chocolate Pentacles, which is just so sweet and delicious and goes with Honeypots really well. And then, of course, we have Swords and Wands. Here we have the Major Arcana. So some of them are still under revision, but you can get an idea of kind of the flow of things. So just mind you that this is all about like Pooh for the most part. But if you really enjoy Tigger, you'll notice that Tigger is not very prevalent in here. That's because there's going to be specifically a Tigger deck. So if you are more into Tigger and not so much into Pooh, then make sure you follow Serefina on Kickstarter and make sure you follow on Instagram so you know when that goes live. I think that's going live sometime like later in the year or next year. I'll have to double check. But we have these cards here, and it looks like the Lovers was renamed to Precious Friends. I really like that. And then I don't, you know, the Chariot's under revision, but it looks like the image of Pooh sledding. Oh, that's so cute. So what I am looking at this from the perspective of, I know I'm gonna really shame myself right now, but I'll do it for you guys. I've never once seen an episode or anything Winnie the Pooh. Like, I've just always enjoyed it as a third party. So like my friends enjoyed it, so I enjoyed it, I guess. But I've never actually sat and watched a single Winnie the Pooh anything. So yeah, I don't really know the character relationships, but so I'm kind of coming from a blank slate perspective when looking at these cards. I really like this temperance card here, this concept of temperance. All right, let's see. We have the Minor Arcana. So this looks like the Honeypots right here. It has traditional Rider Waite Smith kind of setup. I really love the Four of Cups, Four of Honeypots here. It's so sweet. So we don't have all of the cards. We just kind of have some of them, but you can still see what's under revision. And then we have the Pentacles. I wish that, so since they were chocolate pentacles, I do wish that the pentacles more or less included that some more. But I still like them. I do enjoy this. I love this Six of Pentacles. All right, let's see. We're getting into Wands now. And you can see a lot of that traditional imagery coming through with this Three of Wands over here. Oh, and I really like, too, that if you don't quite notice what is being portrayed, you can see right at the top of the card the suit. So you know immediately when you see it. So again, here's Wands, and then we're getting into some of the Swords cards. Oh, I really love this Three of Swords here over on the left. That is so cool, actually. It kind of gives a deeper meaning to that Three of Swords concept, like kind of saying like even though you might have gotten your heart broken, you still might be shielding yourself from other things. And I like that. I like that. All right, let's talk about the reward tiers. I mentioned before we have the plush. So it's an 8-inch Winnie the Pooh Fool plush beer. We have the mini deck, which comes in a tin. We have, we missed out on the early bird. So the silly old bear is what the single deck is called. And then the Friends Forever is the 2-deck bundle, the standard deck, and the mini deck. And then we get into the box set and some other stuff, right? So here we have the stretch goals that I mentioned, right? So here is the 3-pack of the art prints, and that is what she sent me. We're going to go look at that in a second, but let's look at the add-ons. So you can add a taro bag and cloth. You can add on the full plush if you don't want to like kickstart it by itself. You can add on the mini deck. So say you get the Friends Forever tier, the standard and mini, but you want to gift another mini deck to someone, you can add that on, or you can just add on a standard deck. So kind of the same concept. And then here is the timeline. If you're unfamiliar with Kickstarters, a lot of artists like to include that just so you get an idea of their workflow. And then just the standard shipping, hullabaloo from for wherever you live. And then down here, if you're curious why there's no Tigger, this is where she explains all of that. So that will be in 2024. So apparently Tigger does not enter the public domain until 2024. So that is why you have to wait on Tigger. All right. Let's go through and look at the art prints. So she sent me 3 art prints. She just kind of sent them because she's super sweet. She doesn't know that I'm making this video. She'll know after I tag her in it. But Serefina is amazing and I love her work. So I am doing this because I really like her as an artist. Let's go and look at the art prints. All right, so we have, I remember that card. I think that's the Hermit card. This looks like the Magician. And then this one looks like maybe the 4 Swords. So these are actually 4x5 art prints. They are really lovely. I wish the camera could really just do them justice, but you can see here a version of an art print of the Magician. Very traditional Rider Waite Smith style, but I really enjoy the rustic kind of feel, very natural kind of feel of this card. And then over here, I believe this must be the 4 Swords. We have the 4 Swords, and this is so really lovely. It's funny because this one kind of stands out from the others, obviously because it's the only minor arcana that I got an art print of. But I have different characters in each one. So we have Pooh in all of them, obviously. Then we have an extra one, and then we have the other 2. And then over here we have the Hermit. I really enjoy that Hermit card. I like the Hermit in general. It's one of my favorite cards. So I just really like the concept of this. It's almost like I mentioned that I've never watched Pooh, so I don't know what Sanders is or if that references anything. I don't get that aspect of it, but even without that, I still see the traditional hermit imagery. I still see that lantern there guiding the way and lighting the way, illuminating the way to knowledge and wisdom and all of that. And it's like a beacon in the darkness. But I truly enjoy this card. My only problem is now I got to figure out where I'm going to put them. That's always the hard part. All right, guys, that was the video. Thank you for sticking with me. My very first screen share and whole production. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give me a like, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. And remember, you only have 7 days as of the uploading of this video. It might be less if you're catching this video late. So go ahead and rush over to Kickstarter, links in the description, and go kickstart Wisdom of Pooh Tarot. All right, bye guys.